Hey everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the man known as the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez. His crimes were truly horrific and he left a trail of fear and death across LA and San Francisco. Richard Ramirez was born in El Paso, Texas in 1960. His childhood was pretty rough. He grew up in a difficult home environment and he was exposed to violence and drug use from a young age. His cousin, who he had spent a lot of time with, was a veteran who had reportedly showed him disturbing photos and stories from the Vietnam War. This kind of upbringing can really mess with a person's mind, and it seemed like it set him on a dark path. As he got older, Richard started getting into trouble. He was involved in petty crimes, and it was clear he was heading in the wrong direction. He moved to California in the early 1980s, and that's when things escalated dramatically. The summer of 1985 was a terrifying time for people living in Southern California. That's when the Night Stalker's crime spree really took off. He would break into people's homes, usually in the middle of the night, while they were sleeping. His targets were diverse: men, women, children, young and old, which made him even more unpredictable and terrifying. He was incredibly violent, and he would murder some victims, assault others, and often steal their belongings. He didn't use just a weapon, he used whatever he found: guns, knives, hammers. This made it very hard for the police to track him, as there was no clear pattern to his methods or his victims. Imagine living in a place where you couldn't feel safe in your own home. That's how people felt during the Night Stalker's reign of terror. People started sleeping with their windows closed, even in the heat of the summer. They bought guns, installed new locks, and even formed neighborhood watch groups. The fear was real, and it gripped the entire community. The media called him the Night Stalker because his attacks always happened at night. There were very strange details too, like some victims having satanic symbols drawn on their bodies or left at the crime scene. This added to another layer of creepiness to an already horrifying situation. The police were working around the clock to catch him. They had a lot of pressure from the public who were demanding answers and protection. They finally got a break when they found a fingerprint and a partial shoe print at the scene. These clues led to them identifying him as Richard Ramirez. Once his name and face were released to the public, it didn't take long for him to be spotted in August 1985. A group of angry citizens in East Los Angeles recognized him and chased him down until the police arrived. He was finally caught and the nightmare was over. Richard Ramirez went to trial and it was a huge event. He showed no remorse, often smirking and making strange comments in the court. He was found guilty of 13 murders, 5 attempted murders, 11 sexual assaults, and 14 burglaries. Wow. He was sentenced to death. Richard Ramirez died in prison in 2013 from complications related to his health. His story is a dark reminder of the evil that can exist and the incredible fear one person can inflict on an entire city. His reign as the Night Stalker is one of the most terrifying chapters in true crime history. What do you find most disturbing about the Night Stalker's story? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're interested in more true crime, be sure to hit that subscribe button. See you next time.